Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Angie, and in this video I am going to talk about a new important habit that I have developed and that I would like to share with you, which is journaling. In this video I am going to discuss why journaling is important and how you can journal. Because often for a lot of people, journaling means sharing negative thoughts, writing negative thoughts, and it goes on and on, writing negative and negative thought one after the other, until the person feels worse than before. And I have experienced this too. So in this video, I am going to talk about how I journal and how to avoid uh, sharing in your diary, in your journal, negative thoughts. And while also feeling worse about your situation, but I am going to talk about journaling in a constructive way, in a way which is going to help you in your life and current life situation. So, first, why journaling is important. Journaling is important to review your progress. If you read your journal of some time before, you will notice that you are not on the same page or on the same level or situation that you were before. So you have done something to progress, and every little progress needs to be celebrated. It's important to journal to review your progress, to determine where you currently are and how you can improve from that situation. So journaling is important to stay current to your inner and outer world, because often the transformation starts with your inner world first. So you start to change your thoughts, your limiting beliefs. Then you are able to also transform your outer world. So often when I journal, I notice a pattern. I noticed that my inner world starts to change firstly. Then what I have wrote in my journal, my goals or what I would like is really showing in the outer world. So it's really important to stay current of that, because your inner world is also very, very important, maybe more important than your outer material world where you live. Second, journal can also motivate you to review your progress. Uh, as I also mentioned before, it can help you compare where you were and where you are now to celebrate those little wins and be grateful for what you have achieved. Even one day is important, even one simple um, little transformation in your life and in your routine is important, and it can compound in the future to bring you better results in your life. We often feel bad when we are not when we want to be, but having a list of things that you have overcame over the last month or over the last year is really, really motivating. Where remember that where you are right now in your life is, and what you have right now is where what you have wanted in the past. If you can review your life right now and see where you are, you will see elements of things that you have really wanted in the past. and that you have now manifested. So it's also important to celebrate those little wins, even that maybe it is not where you want to be or where you would like to be, but there are some things that you have achieved, and it's important to review them. If it's something that you overcame in your inner world, in a matter of time, it's a matter of time until it is shown on the outside. Even some negative thoughts or limiting beliefs that you can change in your life are important because they will show later in your outer world. So it's a successful day even if you reviewed your affirmations and contributed a little bit in changing your limiting beliefs for the day. Now, how I journal and how to journal without going into that spiral of negative thoughts. A journal doesn't need to be just a place to share your negative thoughts and your worries. It's okay to share them because it's always better than um, sharing with them with the wrong people, for example, or complaining all the time. It's better to write those thoughts in your journal, but it's also a place to be grateful, a place of gratitude, and also to share things that you want to accomplish. So every day I write in my journal every night before as part of my evening routine. I write one thing that I have accomplished for the day and one thing that I wish to accomplish in the future. Not necessarily the next day as a plan for the next day, but just a thing, a wish, something that I want to accomplish. Um, it is really, really helpful. So even if it is one small thing, one small routine, one healthy eating habit, it's important to write things that you have accomplished or have done for the day. Those are really, really important for your motivation and also things that you wish to accomplish. I also use my journal to do my inner work prompts from the self-development programs that I follow. Most of the time I am following at all times some type of self-development program. And the questions, the inner work prompts, I write them in my journal every night and also every morning. Whatever negative feelings or thoughts I'm having at the current period or challenges maybe that I am having, I follow a self-development program targeting that specific topic. So it's not only to be following a self-development program, that's not the aim, but the right one to uh, targeting the what are you going through at the moment, that part of your thoughts and challenges that you are facing. There is a self-development programs for everything, and I'm honestly obsessed with them. I love to learn from people to transform myself, and I follow self-development programs. And a big part of my journaling, if not all of it, it's dedicated to the self-development programs that I'm following at the moment. It helps me to every day ease the negative feelings and thoughts that I'm experiencing. When to journal? I usually journal at the end of the day or in the morning. I usually write, so as I mentioned before, one thing that I overcame or accomplished that day, usually in the night, and so as part of my evening routine, and one thing that I aim to accomplish in the future. Then it's fun and really motivating to read, for example, for the past months or even months before, what I have accomplished, what I have written every day. It may be one sentence, what little thing I have done today. And it's really, really motivating to know how it compounds. So, journaling is a habit, and you need to schedule time for journaling in order to be consistent with it. Of course, I schedule time for it as part of my evening routine, and also after planning my day for the next day. And in the morning. In the morning, I journal after meditation. It helps a lot after being in that state of meditation, or even if something came up to me during meditation, I immediately journal about it to make it more concrete, because often meditation is something a bit how to say, a bit where you are in a state half asleep, I can say, on a state while maybe communicating with your higher self, or your brain has some deep waves in that state of meditation. So it helps a lot to journal after that, to make those thoughts more concrete often. I meditate just after waking up. So I use that state of my brain, which is between sleep and waking up, to meditate and to program better my subconscious. And after that, directly journaling. It helps a lot in my experience. I used to write negative thoughts, but I tried to eliminate it, as I also mentioned in the beginning of this video. Instead of writing negative thoughts, now I write more about how to overcome them, or how I overcame them. This might be from personal self-development programs. Also, those might be core beliefs that I want to change, and I don't, instead of writing the negative thought, I simply write the improved, better core belief that I want to program in my mind. I often take them from the self-development program that I'm following, and try to make them my own, to make them part of my beliefs, and write them in my journal. So as I said, it's important to schedule time for journaling, because like any habit, you're not going to do it if you don't if you didn't schedule time for it. Every part of your day needs to be themed, or how I can say, about some habit that you want to develop. And every habit needs to have its home, I call it, which is the time in your schedule that you will dedicate to it. And also in the night, so I journal in the morning and also in the night as part of my um, evening routine before going to sleep. I journal and I combine planning my day with journaling. So these are my tips for journaling. I strongly emphasize the importance of it. It's a way that you can also keep more control of your life, and it helps you a lot also to develop yourself, know your current beliefs, and your goals, especially where you want to go. But it's also a place for gratitude. If you read the past journal of things that you wanted to accomplish and things you have accomplished, or maybe they have just fallen out in the sense that you don't want them anymore. For example, I had some goals that I wanted to achieve, but with time, my goals have changed and I don't want them anymore. So I wasn't meant to achieve them. But it's also motivating to see what you have accomplished in the past month, 3 months, or a year. So thank you for watching this video. See you in the next one. Bye.